Alright, here we go. It's the 8:55 Monday, May 1st, 2017. Got a lot to go through real quick. Let's go ahead and I already submitted my report. So we have accumulated rainfall for basically the weekend, starting at Thursday. Then I went out there about 4 hours ago. So we did the overall rainfall measurement. We have 8.5. We had 8.5 inches here overall for the week, and so we're at flooding. We're under flood watches and flood warnings. Response teams and the SKYWARN and all the other members of the local ministers associations are doing their thing. We have some tornado action going on along the south area, so we're preparing for the tornado assistance and stuff. And anyhow, we have earthquakes along the Missouri River fault line as well, so we have to be kind of concerned about that. But here, locally, let's go ahead and do the first things first. Go ahead and see what the weather's going to be doing. Yes, I know I got a update on my camera action here, and they totally screwed it up. As you can see, we have none of that. Scattered rain before 2 p.m. New rainfall amounts of 1/10 of an inch. It's going to be windy, kind of cool, wet. Chance of rain, so we got Tuesday. Less than 1/10 of an inch. So we're going to have rain, but not much. Just going to be cold and windy and rainy. Partly cloudy. Showers like a Wednesday. Showers like a Wednesday, Thursday. And then with the rest of the week, we should be alright. Tuesday, so yeah. Eventually around Wednesday or Thursday. Let's see. Yeah, Thursday and Friday. Yeah, we'll be out of it. So just another few days of this junk. Okay. As you can see here, we have a flood warning and hazardous weather outlook going. There's the counties. Boone County, central Missouri, is under a flood warning. Cole County, Audrain, Callaway, Osage, and Montauk. Missouri Department of Transportation. Of course, you know, we're not here for transportation and commerce. We're native and we're local, so we're not engaging in transportation or commercial activity. So for some of us that are just, you know, we're from here and we're native and homesteaders, don't engage in commerce or transportation, so we're used to floods. Anyway, there's the posted areas, Finger Lakes, of course, because they did civil engineering and they kind of screwed the area up. That's why they have flooding, because they've changed the natural terrain of the area for commercial interests, so they can make money, apparently, or provide something for, well, tourism, which is ruining the area. It's not good for us. But anyhow, there's your forecast. There's the current watches and warnings. And let's see. Show you who's on duty today. You're gonna be surprised as usual that the only non-commercial responder is on duty right now that's showing up for the brief. See, every day we're supposed to be posting up about 8:30 to 9, checking in with this unless you have a mechanical or electronic problem. Notice I'm the only one. I'm the only one on. Everybody's in St. Louis or Kansas City or down south or up north. Oh, okay, there's another one. Okay, there he goes. Yeah, so they're all posting up for the brief. All right, cool. I'm waiting. There's only 2 of us. There's only 2 of us working the whole region. So that means everybody else is commercially paid. Anyhow, there you go. Now let's go and look at the watches and warnings through the app that they so graciously made for us. Alabama, Ohio, Oklahoma. We have St. Louis, Missouri's under flood. Springfield, of course. Well, we told them don't live on the river. All right, so anyhow, let's back out of that. That's pretty much what we got. for the day. Just floods watches and stuff. So I'm post to the earthquake. So now let's go to the earthquake mapping. Because then you have floods. You have a possibility for earthquakes. And of course it's not going to work. Here we go. There's your updated USGS incurred and reported earthquakes. Here's the one for our region. Pretty much in the places where all the runoff goes. You know. Remember, don't live in a loo. Your grandpa told you shit rolls downhill. Remember that. So there you go. There's the loo. There's the runoff. So where would you go? Remember, it's awareness, communication, escape routes, and safe zones. So where would you go? Oh, you got to go someplace where it's dry. You got to go uphill, get out of the loo, get out of the lowlands. Here's a topographical map, topography, geological map, topographical map. See? This is all in the bottoms. These are called bottoms. This whole area is in the bottom. You get back this way, Bowling Green, down through this way. These are called the flats and the lowlands. That's where I'm from. We're called Highlanders. We always live in the Highlands. See down through there? Those are all lowlands. Hannibal's in the lowland area. Monroe's in the lowland area. Shelbina's in the lowland area. The flats of Mexico right there, that's all lowland. So you'd have to look on the terrain map here when it rains, and this will give you the highland areas to go to. See all the trees and the mountainous regions right there? So you can pretty much do the math on that one. Just stay away from the nuclear power plant on Earthquake Hollow. And by the way, you need at least a 90-mile distance from them. So you need to be at least 90 miles from them in case that thing goes boom. Just a friendly reminder. And don't be downwind. Okay, so, or downriver. Remember, don't drink the shit that you flush down the commode. So you need to be back up this way, along this piece right here. Yeah, those are the highland areas. They're probably, just look on the map here, you'll see it. These are all lowlands, prone to flooding. St. Louis is called the Lou for a reason. Forest area in the highlands is alright, but that's prone to probably change soon, because then you have to deal with conservation, hunters, tourists, you know. It's in the earthquake region, so just be mindful of that. There's your map. Anyhow, that's pretty much it. But the total accumulated rainfall amount was 8.5 inches so far for the week. So therefore we have just basically, intermittent mist. Probably have some intermittent rain off and on for the next couple days until about Thursday. And it's going to clear up and be sunny. It's going to be kind of cool. So we're under a flood warning. Use common sense. Don't try to cross rivers and stuff, even if it looks like it's not deeper than 3 inches. If it's fast moving, it'll knock you off your feet. So, earthquakes along this Rainfall. Did I cover everything? Pretty much. Okay. Oh, and by the way, they had tornadoes in the southern region, so some of them, the places, if they're really high damage areas, we'll have to wait until we get the report back. And they're doing a damage estimate right now, and they're still looking, and so if they need any help, some of us will have to be sent to the southern region. Pretty much anything along Monroe. It's always Monroe and Smith. Smith and Monroe. It's always the Smiths and the Monroes. Every time. You have to go and hang out with them in the Marine Corps, right? Land and sea, right? Anyhow, there you go. So be prepared for that. Go ahead and alert your buddies and try to post up on the your team members, family members. Try to post up at least on this app right here, so we know who's in the region. If you don't have any one of these devices, I got several. They just throw them in a big box. I go through them and see if they're all right and they work. They're donated, so I fix them and see if they work. So you got 3. Nope, there's only 2 of us in the region right now. So there you go. There you go for that's the brief. So if you have any questions, go ahead and email me or post it up on the Twitter account at VRCM. SKYWARN response at Glen Monroe. So there's only 2 of us. So you need to find out where the other ones are at. If they're not on here. Kansas City or St. Louis. I don't see any up north, and I don't see any working down south. So they're probably busy. Okay, there's 2. Rolla. Okay, we got Rolla. I got 1. Evans, Barton. They're working Springfield. Okay, so they're in Rolla and Springfield. So we got some working down here. We got some working Floodwatch, Floodplain. Yeah, Farmington. So there you go. Yeah, they're on. Yeah, they're working. Okay. Yeah, see y'all later. Got any questions? Post a comment. Email me. I can't believe they screwed up my fucking... Damn it, I can't believe they screwed up my fucking camera. It's annoying. I can't believe they did that.